welcome everyone. So welcome to, this is the healthcare component of the 21-day challenge for self-compassion. And I know we're only day 3 in really, and we're already talking about it. But this first week is all about mindfulness, because in this self-compassion, like 21-day challenge, we're sort of modeling Christian Neff's model. And so week 1 is mindfulness, and then week 2 moves on to that sort of self-kindness. And then we do something different in week 3 as well. So this week we're all about that mindfulness moment. And we're joined today, we've got Mona Lisa. Thank you for joining us, Mona Lisa. And we've got Anne. So thanks for working with me, Anne. I love that you always want to jump in and work with me on this stuff. And then we've got the fabulous Amanda as well. So thank you, Amanda, for being part of the program and jumping on tonight as well.
That's all right. You're welcome.
Excellent. So I guess, I don't know, I don't want to talk too much. I want everyone else to do the talking. So this week is all about noticing openness rather than judgment. So we're sort of, and that's judgment of everyone around us, but also judgment of self, because is judgment tiring you? Is probably my question today that I want to go with. So I'm going to hand it over to you guys. Do you get tired of judging things? Do you notice you're doing it?
I don't think I notice. Oh, sometimes I do. It just depends, really, I guess. I don't notice if I do it to myself.
Right.
I think we're always our own worst critics, aren't we? So I don't actually notice that I do it to myself, but I do pick up on the fact that I can at times be judgy of other people.
Definitely. Yeah. And sometimes we can be quite righteous with our judgment too, you know, when we really arc up and we're like, oh, can you believe it? Yeah, no. And yeah. And we can be
Yeah.
And that can be that can sort of create a bit of negativity in us as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And does that take a lot of energy then, I think?
Of course it takes energy. We don't realise it, but sometimes when you do it like all the time without knowing that you do it, and you get home at the end of the day and you're exhausted and you've got no idea why, it's just drains you of all your good stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and because society is very busy today, you know, we're all really busy, you know, we're busy in our lives, but then we've got this social media thing that's in front of us sometimes, and we're scrolling through and we're looking at what people are putting out there, and sometimes we're judging that too. Do you find that?
Yeah. I try not to do the doom scrolling thing. It's hard at times, but it's, you know, it's a good way to zone out. But you are correct. We do judge that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
And it's a nasty habit to get into, I have to say. So I'm trying to actually get out of that habit. It's not a good one to be in. So
no, because it does. It gives you another cycle of negativity, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I guess that's probably what this week is about. It's noticing, you know, how much time am I spending, you know, in my moments, like in my everyday moments when I turn up, you know, how am I? Am I tired and fatigued because I'm, you know, really busy, or am I tired and fatigued because I'm spending a lot of time in high judgment, you know, and do I even notice how I feel when I'm turning up with other people? And I guess that's what this week is about, noticing some of that, and noticing, you know, I mean, what have we done so far? When we look at day one sort of said, well, be aware of your present awareness. And then it flowed into day 2 where we had to start kind of thinking about, well, how are we turning up to be with people? And are we noticing our emotions when we're turning up with people? You know? Yeah. I mean, I had a perfect example yesterday when I found and then I wrote a whole blog about it because someone had sent me a message to say they wanted to talk to me and what they'd said to me is they couldn't see me from 10 to 11 a.m. But because I was being really busy and I wasn't being mindful, I quickly scanned the message and thought it said, I can see you from 10 to 11 a.m. Do you see? Like, it was me just not being aware of this moment and this message. And so I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
And can you see then that added a burden to the other person? Because then because then they had to get back to me going, see, why did you send to catch up with me then? Because I said I couldn't. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just really haven't read, it just added a load. So that's what I'm saying. Can you see how easy it is every day to, get caught up in ourselves and not realize the impact that can put on another person?
Whereas I was yesterday for myself, I had a bit of an aha moment yesterday when we were naming the emotion. I had to go home from work sick. I'd had something nasty on Sunday, and then I turned up for work on Monday, and every time I stood up, I was about ready to pass out. And the doctor said, I think you need to go home. I don't want to be picking you up off the floor in the middle of a procedure. I said, oh, okay, I'll just see this patient through and then we'll go. And all the while I was just thinking, oh my God, how embarrassing would that be? And then when I had to name the emotion, I named it as fear, because fear, I was frightened that I would A, let the doctor down, B, let the patient down, and C, embarrass myself. So without judgment. The title, without judgment. I'm thinking, I can't do that without judgment.
Yes. Yeah. So I guess that's what we're trying to do this week, is really notice, well, how are we turning up? And, and how is this changing our awareness so that we can be maybe cut ourselves a bit more slack. And so, next time, Anne, when you do eat something a bit dodgy, but you think, I can't let the doctor down, I have to turn up and go to work today.
Yeah. Yep.
Might you cut yourself some slack?
Yeah.
Like it's sort of thing that we're looking at.
Yeah.
So I guess, So how is this sort of conversation resonating for you, Amanda? Is anything coming to mind over what you've noticed the last few days?
Yeah, I'm on holidays, so a lot of this is kind of not relating as much as it is when I work.
Normally would when you're at work, yeah.
So the whole judgment thing, everybody judges, and if you say you don't, you're a liar. Everybody judges to some degree about minor things, major things. I have noticed that not being at work has relieved me of a lot of my judgment, because I'm not faced with patients coming in and acting like the dying swan over a minor stubbed toe, thinking that they're the only person on earth that needs treatment and the cardiac arrest can wait.
Yep.
So those kind of, I know I'm very judgy, and I hate the fact that I am.
Yeah.
And yes, it does tire me.
It is. It's exhausting because you would like to let things be a bit more, I'm sure, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I'm also worried that one day I'm going to be judgy and I'm going to miss something. So I try my best not to, but when you've got frequent people come in with stupid things that and that's just constant, sometimes you find yourself judging people that you shouldn't. And I am trying to be better at not doing that.
Yeah. So what do you Are there any techniques that you have to detach a bit and so that you're not judging, Amanda? Like, is there anything that you notice it's a bit of a hack that you personally do to just take yourself away from the judgment for a minute?
You mean like to take my mind off work when I'm at home?
Oh, no, when you're in the moment and you notice yourself judging the patient who's just carrying on a bit. Is there anything you do to sort of, distract yourself so that you can step away from your own judgment that you're doing?
Yeah, sometimes I just like I'll go up to another colleague and say I just need 5.
Yep, great.
And get them to take over what I'm doing so I can just go and have a breather.
Yep, great.
Or I think back to a time where I myself was in a similar situation to that patient.
Yep.
And knowing that what they're going through is actually quite painful.
Yep.
I may not have been as dramatic as them, but everybody experiences pain differently.
Exactly.
So those kind of things I try and pop into my head.
Right.
Or I think if it's a parent with a child, I think, how would I be as a parent? I mean, I'm usually pretty good with parents because I know most parents only want the best for their kids.
And
some
they're
are a
quite
little bit over
stressed
dramatic,
too, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite stressful.
Yeah.
And I do try and explain to them in a way that is a bit more non-medical to try and help them understand and relax a bit more.
Yep. Good.
Which does help.
So you've got some, you're doing it. You've got some ways that you can find a balance for you, but knowing that you're still human and you forgive yourself because you are inevitably, as you said, we do judge.
Yep.
It's just about how much energy do we want to keep giving it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And so it's easier when you're on holidays not to judge because you're feeling a little bit lighter.
Because I'm not there.
Exactly. But your energy is better, Amanda, because you're taking some time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why, and like this, so you're giving us the perfect sort of, holidays are really important, aren't they? Like we can't keep going through this life and not taking holidays.
No, that's right. And in my career, you definitely need to take breaks.
Oh, exactly. Do you know how many times people go, oh, I'll just work through lunch and go home early?
Yeah, me.
Oh, no. Do you do that?
Wow. Yeah.
And then do you go home early?
Yeah. Oh, not always, no.
No.
Because it usually goes to shit just as you try and leave.
Yeah, because so therefore you're donating and volunteering while you work full time in your job. So you're just a giver, aren't you? You're giving to the system for free. And then so this is why you need to take your breaks and take your holidays and as I always say to people, just as you're sort of on holidays, are you planning your next holiday? So when you go back to work, you are thinking you've got that sort of future. You've got that future goal of I've got another holiday coming up here.
Yep.
Because
I usually have mine booked around the same time every year.
Oh, fabulous. And that's a really good routine. We've just got to get you better at taking your breaks and going home.
Yeah, we do.
All right, we've got to work on that one, Amanda. All right, we got to come up with some ideas for that one.
I just feel bad for my colleagues when I know it's shit, so I don't like going on breaks when it's really bad.
Yeah, and I get that, but it is that balance, isn't it? Where you don't take your break, but then where do you refuel and get your energy back so that when you come back in, because when you're refueled, like you just go and take your 15-minute morning tea break, for instance, right? And in that 15 minutes, you get a moment to sort of sit there almost and go, what's going on out there? And then all of a sudden, an idea that you've done before that worked pops into your head, and then you go back out and you implement that, and it makes all the difference. But the reason that came to you was because you took 15 minutes?
Yeah, sometimes. It depends on where you work and what's going on. Like sometimes I struggle if, like, say I'm the triage nurse.
Yeah.
And the line's pretty constant, and I know the person that's relieving me is not that good.
Yep.
If I go on break, I come back to shit.
Yep.
Like the line will be like way out the door and it takes me hours to catch up. Whereas if I miss my break and stay there, I can keep on top of it.
Yeah.
So my sanity's better if I don't take the break in those circumstances.
Yeah. And then, I know it's a hard one, isn't it? But then how do we grow that other person to sort of see, well, how can we grow them so that they can, grow their skill set and get that expertise level to be similar to yours down the track, if they don't suffer that stress of, realizing that the line is out the door.
It's not their skill set that's the problem.
Maybe they haven't had the opportunity yet.
No, they're just
I don't know. I'm always optimistic.
Sorry, being judgmental there.
Yes,
there you go. There you go. And you noticed it. You were mindful of it, Amanda. That is fabulous. Oh, now Mona Lisa, I know we haven't got to you yet, but how are you going with all of this talk? What are you noticing moments of mindfulness and that judgment as well? Oh, you're on mute. Oh, what's happened? We've lost your voice. Oh no, I can't hear you. What's happened? We've lost your voice, Mona Lisa. Oh no. Wait a minute. We've got technical difficult. No, I can't hear you, Mona Lisa. Oh no. Is it your headset maybe? Can't hear you. Bugger. Oh. All right. Well, Mona Lisa will sort out her technical difficulties. Nope, still can't hear you, Mona Lisa. Anyway, well, because I don't want to take everyone's time up tonight because it is a late night. So, I guess what else do we want to leave people with this weekend in mindfulness when we're thinking about mindfulness this week?
Really just being kind to yourself.
Well, we're really into self-kindness big time next week.
Yes, I know, but it's just sort of, it's being aware. I think being more aware of what you've got going on.
Yep.
And then realizing that and then taking steps to either change it, alter it, or change and alter are the same thing, but, alter it and sort of move on.
Yeah, and do those tweaks, where I go and noticing what that effect is having on my body. So, thinking about Amanda's example, if I'm sort of noticing that tension in myself, how am I working to relieve some of that tension? Is it that I need to have a better conversation with my colleague? And so I need to have some really good energy so I can go in and have that really courageous conversation with a colleague and talk about, the fact that they're not keeping on top of things. And that's a tough conversation. So, have I got the energy and awareness for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess if for this week it is all about noticing your mindfulness. It's about putting some really good things in place so that you can just notice your own wellness in your body. And if you're noticing fatigue and tiredness and stress, what are you going to do for yourself to get back to feeling better? Paul Taylor, that's what I just, another book that's just started this sort of has come out recently from Paul Taylor talking about grounding and earthing. These are just like some, that psychological theory where we go out and we spend time in green spaces, because that sort of photosynthesis and that sort of phosphorus space gives us natural energy without any effort. Just sitting in the grass.
Yep.
There you go.
Hug a tree.
Why
I hug trees.
Take holidays and go hug trees, Amanda.
I have made, in a previous position, I have made drivers pull over so I can hug a tree. You need to pull over. I need to hug a tree.
If I could just ask in this room, so Anne's hugging trees. What do you do, Amanda, for just to get some energy back sometimes? Is there something you do that gives you energy back? Is it, just sitting on the grass, or do you exercise, or is there something that you do for yourself to get a balance of energy back again?
Yeah, every morning, as soon as I wake up, I go for an 8K walk.
Oh, how fab. Have you got a really good path near your place?
Yeah. That's
Awesome.
my time where I just listen to positive audios or music, depending on my mood, and just get my mind off everything and just walk.
Fabulous. And do you notice when you're not doing it, the difference in your body?
I've done it every day for the last bit over 2 years. I think I only missed maybe 3 days, and that's when I had flu A and I was too sick to get out of bed.
Oh, well, love your discipline, and I applaud you. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's my sanity. If I don't do it, I think I would probably curl up in a ball.
Fair enough. And that's it. It's your way of caring for yourself.
Yeah.
Awesome. We applaud you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Mona Lisa,
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, well,
what do you do for your, just to feel good and, notice how well you are?
Sometimes I just go outside because, we do have a lot of trees, and also I have my garden. So I just, touch the grass and just fixing my breathing, because sometimes we're just busy. We forget that we're just, holding tensions to our shoulders and stuff. So yeah, just go outside and listening podcasts, like positive affirmation also.
Yeah. Great. Great. So I guess that's what we want people to think about this week, is keep doing the daily practices, and and just sort of ask yourself what helps you pause long enough to notice what's happening inside you. Because if you don't do that, you won't get that opportunity to live a long life well on your terms. And isn't that what you want for yourself?
Yeah. Yep.
100%.
Yeah. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about? Because I don't want to hold anyone up tonight, because everyone's had, I've really loved listening to people tonight, but I don't want to hold anybody. Is there anything else we want to touch on?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of.
Thank you, Amanda, for joining us. It was lovely having you.
Yes.
Thanks for having me. I won't be able to make next week because I'll be at work, unfortunately.
We will miss you.
Yeah.
You can think of me. I'm working till 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, the disco shift.
Well, we will miss you, and thank you for being here tonight. We're very grateful. Thank you always, Mona Lisa, for your being here. Very kind of you to join us, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bless. Thank you.
All right. Be mindful. Mindful week.